you guys know about this Tess Holiday? She's a plus model. Now, I want to handle this story as tactfully and artfully as I can because I feel like I have something, a legitimate thing that I want to express about this. Okay, I don't know what that was. And I don't want to be, I want to handle this, politically. Okay. Now, we've got Tess Holiday, and she's featured on the cover of Cosmopolitan. She's a plus-size model. Plainly, you can see that. It's extremely plain to see.
Mm-hmm.
And so this whole thing about, like, they're trying to normalize and say, like, hey, you don't have to be in shape or a supermodel, right, to be on the cover of Cosmopolitan or to be an object of beauty and admiration, right? It's like a healthy at every size kind of thing.
Yeah.
And when I saw this, I was like, if you're going to criticize magazines for putting anorexic girls on the cover, which promotes an unhealthy lifestyle, I don't see that this is any different. When you put a morbidly obese person on a magazine and glorify it, that's just as unhealthy as anorexia. I mean, I'm not saying she's not beautiful or that someone would not be attracted to her, but like, I don't understand this argument of saying somebody is fit and attractive and works super hard on their health and their fitness. By the way, I have so much respect for people that actually maintain their physical body because rich or poor, or whoever you are, you have to put in the work. There's no shortcuts. There's no workaround. Whoever you are, from the king to the peasant, if you want that body, it takes raw work and dedication. Now, this does not require that. There's nothing in my mind commendable. There's nothing in my, and I'm not saying fuck her because she's fat. That's not my point. But that we look at someone who is physically fit, that they have achieved something. And that's why we admire them and we put them on magazines, because everybody has the potential within them to carve their body out of marble, so to speak, to chisel away through hard work, that perfect body. But there's nothing admirable. I mean, there's no achievement. There's no hard work and sacrifice.
It's just the conversation took a weird turn. Like, instead of saying you can feel confident, you don't have to feel horrible about yourself.
Yeah.
And be plus size, but
sure.
You don't need to glorify it either.
I find it bizarre. I find it, frankly, bizarre to glorify, I mean, a morbid illness. I mean, we sat here and talked with Boogie, who was morbidly obese.
Yeah, it's an illness.
I mean, the guy is not. There's nothing good about being morbidly obese. And if you feel good and happy with yourself, God bless. But, like, these are the same people that are saying, oh, these anorexic models are not realistic. Yeah, they're not realistic. They're models. It takes a lot of hard work to look that good physically, to get a six-pack and have a fucking crazy ass and thighs and be like fit, beautiful person, right? Yeah, it's not realistic. It's really hard to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think this is weird. I think it's weird. I don't get it. And by the way, I just want to point out too, people always talk about like Photoshop and like, oh, that's not realistic. It's Photoshop. She is Photoshopped all the way. Those thighs and her chest and her arms and everything, her face is so Photoshopped. And I have to tell you, my hunch is that unedited video, that unedited photo, you would look at it and be like, that lady is sick. Not disgusting, but I mean, like, you see what morbid obesity looks like. They've paintbrushed it and brushed it and made it look beautiful and attractive. And, hey, she's got soft skin and she looks good and she's got tattoos and shit. She has Little Miss Piggy on her forearm, incidentally. I didn't say that. I mean, it's right there. Miss
And
Piggy's on her forearm.
yeah, the treatment to the photo is the same as the ones they're criticizing. You know, she's still got makeup. She's got her hair
Exactly.
done. There's Photoshop. You can see just
Exactly.
the shading and everything is on. It must have been touched, you know, in Photoshop.
And by the way, I've met a lot of morbidly obese people. I'm a fat guy, not obviously to that level, like Boogie was saying. Like, I think morbidly obese people, it is like an illness, as I understand it. But like, there is nothing happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't get it. I think it's dangerous. I think we as a society need to stop being like, I guess I just don't know what's the point. I mean, like, we're over the point where we're like, you're fat and shame on you and whatever, but like, to put someone up who's sick and say like to glorify it in the same way, it just seems hypocritical.
Yeah.
This was a tough one to talk about. They're hailing her as brave. I mean, what's brave about, eating ice cream? Did I go too far?
I don't know.
Can I get one of these? Can you help?
Was waiting for a joke.
Yeah, I said nothing. No. You know what does bother me, though, is on the other hand, let's get our shit straight, okay? Like, we've got this shit on, but I think the real damaging shit that's going in magazines right now is these Kim Kardashians, okay, with fake asses performed through dangerous procedures. See, that is unobtainable. So then you've got these poor girls who are working their ass off to try to obtain an ass like Kim Kardashian, which is actually literally impossible. Now that is an unrealistic goal to set. I mean, here, let me show you these Kim Kardashian before and after. These Kardashians are fucking twisted, dude. They've had so much surgery, like there's nothing left of like who they used to be, and it is so. I feel like it's so damaging for young women who are comparing themselves. Look at this. This is gonna fucking crack you up. Look at this. Look at that ass before and after.
Yeah.
Looks like she's got like whoopee cushions in her.
I feel like even the picture on the right is not updated anymore.
It's gotten bigger, progressively bigger. I don't know. Her ass has gotten so freaking big. Look at this one.
Yeah.
I mean, get the hell out of here with this. Which one do you want to see?
Just there's like a dress there in the middle. Yeah,
this?
That.
Anyway. All of them have these like bodies that were created in laboratories. I mean, if you want to talk about something that's unhealthy, that's what's up. Now, actually, I have a story here about, and it's really sad. What were you going to say, Hila? You have something to add?
No.
This lady went to get a bum lift, as they call it. A mother of 3 was told by her partner she did not need surgery, but obsessed with these images of Kim Kardashian, all these women with fake asses, which is one of the strangest phenomenons, I would say. Maybe that's what Indian people think is weird about white people. Everyone getting ass surgeries.
No, everyone's doing it now.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. It's not only white people.
Get a load of this. Leah Cambridge, a 29-year-old beautician from Leeds in England, is said to have died this week after she underwent the increasingly popular cosmetic surgery at a clinic. Was it in Turkey or somewhere?
Yeah.
The guy was apparently a world-renowned surgeon. And what they do is they take fat from like your other parts in your body,
yeah,
and they inject it into your ass. But the catch is that it's actually extremely dangerous, because what happened in this case is that he injected the fat into one of her main arteries that went through her ass, and it went to her heart and her brain, and she had a fucking stroke.
Yeah.
So how about that for ridiculous, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like we should be talking about this mental illness that's in our society. People are putting fat in their ass. Crazy shit, dude.
Yeah, even Cardi B has a story about how she did like a surgery at an illegal place, just in some lady's basement.
Mm. I mean, that's
Because
probably really
people can't
common.
afford to go to probably the legitimate places.
The procedure cost. Oh, man, she definitely went cheap. The procedure costs £6,500 to £10,000 in the UK, but in the Turkey it costs £3,000. Well, I don't know. It's probably expensive in Turkey. But like, man, God, that's so tragic. Like, Jesus Christ. I think we need to be talking about that.
I think guys should talk more to their girlfriends and tell them they really don't need to do it.
Well,
Because I feel like it becomes like a competition between women, and they
Mhm.
start to feel insecure next to that.
The article said the guy told her she didn't need
Yeah.
it. Like, what could he do?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It's so bad. I think that there's.
But it's like you open Instagram and all you
Yeah.
see is like this crazy bodies. Like,
Actually unrealistic bodies. We used to consider unrealistic bodies in this dialogue of like super fit, hardworking people that achieved a godlike body.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about people that are injecting fat in their ass, and then little girls are being like, "How do I get that ass?
yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna go get fat injected in my heart and have a stroke." Whoops.
Yeah, it's really easy to feel insecure when you see all those asses.
Dude,
and you're like,
Instagram is very dangerous.
I'm skinny and like pretty flat all around.
Mhm.
And it's like when you look at all the Instagram models
Mm-hmm.
these days, it's crazy. It's like
Do you feel bad when you see that stuff?
I'm pretty at peace with my body, so I don't. But I can.
There was a
it's
point
like,
in your life when you were.
Yeah, there was.
Right.
When I was younger, but
I think.
I mean, I've talked to our friends.
Perfect, just the way you are.
Thank you. But I know.
And your
our
ass
friends,
is not
like,
too flat. Your ass is great. Everything's going on there.
It's very regular to a skinny person.
It's a great one.
It's
One of the best.
But like, yeah, I've talked to other friends, and I know people feel pretty insecure, and a lot of people are doing these surgeries. A lot.
Let's talk about that.
Not rich people too.
Good mythical morning. Let's talk about that. Yeah, I don't know. This whole thing about like, I feel like.
And it's the same in Israel, so that's why I'm saying it's not. I don't think it's only here.
So that was a whole discussion about body issues. So I hope that there was something there interesting for you. And if you're considering injecting fat into your ass, don't do it, please. On my part, when I see Kim Kardashian's ass, I'm like, you have a disease. It looks like you have a tumor in your ass.
It just becomes like almost like a caricature.
It looks like, I mean, to me, it looks really bad. How does when she shits, it must be like a long way to the toilet. There's like a lot of space between the ass cheeks because it's so big. She must have to like, either she spreads open the ass cheeks super wide, or she's getting shit streaks on the inside of her cheeks.
I did not think about that.
Think about it. Also, these days you have to have like a 10-inch dick just to get inside of her.
Wouldn't you have to discuss with her wiping?
You got Kim Kardashian on the line? Yeah. I'm not sure that's a conversation she's ready to have with me.
No, she would not.
But seriously, like, how do you even have sex with a girl that fat? It's like the barrier for entry is like 8 inches plus.
I don't think it works like that. I think the fat goes like sideways more.
It just falls to the side? I mean, that doesn't sound sexy to me, ladies. Keep your ass natural. Keep it all natural, okay? You're looking good. You're beautiful. And I guarantee there's men everywhere, every corner you turn that wants to fuck you. Just the way you are. And most of them don't even have a dick big enough to penetrate the ass on Kim Kardashian. Right, Ela?
Okay.